Most couples don't see this coming. Most relationships don't end because of one big betrayal. Not because someone cheated, not because someone stopped loving the other person. Most relationships die from something much quieter, something so ordinary that couples don't even recognize it while it's happening. And by the time they do, the damage is already done. Today, we're talking about the relationship threat that almost nobody sees coming until it's too late. And if you're in a relationship right now, this might change how you look at your partner forever. Bienvenue. The illusion. When couples first get together, everything feels effortless. The conversations are exciting. The affection feels natural. You can't wait to tell each other about your day. Even the smallest moments feel meaningful. Then life starts happening. Work gets stressful. Bills pile up. Kids arrived. Responsibilities multiply. And slowly something changes. Not dramatically. Not overnight, just little by little. The conversations become shorter. The laughter becomes less frequent. The curiosity fades. And without realizing it, the relationship starts running on autopilot. The scary part? Most couples think this is normal. They assume this is simply what happens after the honeymoon phase. But what they're experiencing is something much more dangerous. Emotional drift, druhi, the invisible distance. Emotional drift doesn't happen because people stop caring. It happens because they stop paying attention. Think about it. You can live in the same house, sleep in the same bed, eat dinner at the same table, and still become strangers because physical proximity isn't emotional connection. Some couples talk every day but never truly connect. They discuss schedules, groceries, appointments, the kids, who's picking up what, who's paying which bill. But they never talk about what's happening inside, their fears, their dreams, their frustrations, their loneliness. Over time, they become excellent teammates, but terrible partners. And that's where the danger begins. Because humans don't just need cooperation, they need connection. Třetí, the turning point. Here's where most couples get blindsided. One person starts feeling emotionally alone, not abandoned, not abused, just unseen, unheard, unimportant. At first, they don't say anything. They tell themselves they're overreacting. They convince themselves things will get better. But the feeling keeps growing. Then one day, someone at work listens. A friend checks in. A stranger pays attention. And suddenly, they're getting more emotional validation from someone outside the relationship than from the person they're sharing their life with. This isn't where the problem starts. It's where the problem becomes visible. The real issue began months or even years earlier, when emotional connection quietly disappeared. Čtvrtý, the hardest truth. The hardest truth about relationships is this. Love isn't what keeps couples together. Maintenance does. People often believe that if love is real, it should be effortless. But the strongest relationships aren't effortless. They're intentional. The happiest couples don't stay connected because they're lucky. They stay connected because they continuously choose each other. They ask questions. They stay curious. They make time. They notice small changes. They repair misunderstandings quickly. They don't wait until things are broken to start paying attention. Because by then, rebuilding will become much harder. Pati, the wake-up call. Imagine owning your dream house. You spend years saving for it. You finally get it. And then you never maintain it. You ignore small leaks, tiny cracks, minor repairs. Eventually, the damage becomes massive. Relationships work the same way. The biggest threats rarely arrive like hurricanes. They arrive like dust. Tiny particles accumulate every day, almost invisible, until one day the foundation starts collapsing. And people say, I never saw this coming. But the signs were there all along. Shesti. The solution. So how do you stop emotional drift? Start with one simple question. Not, how was your day? But, what has been on your mind lately that we haven't talked about? Watch what happens. Ask your partner something you genuinely don't know. Listen without trying to fix it, without interrupting, without preparing your response. Just listen. Because connection isn't built through grand romantic gestures. It's built through thousands of moments where someone feels seen. And the more people see it feel, the safer they feel, the closer they feel, the more loved they feel. In conclusion, most couples don't see this coming, not because they're careless, but because emotional distance grows silently, a little at a time, until one day it feels enormous. The good news? The same process works in reverse. Small moments of attention, small moments of curiosity, small moments of connection, repeated consistently, can rebuild what feels lost. So, before you leave today, ask yourself, when was the last time you truly got to know the person you love? Not the version from years ago, the person they are today. Because relationships don't survive on love alone, they survive on staying connected to the person standing right in front of you. And that choice begins today. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear it. You never know which conversation could save a relationship.